Om Shanti and good evening to all of you. Welcome to this monthly spiritual sustenance class by Didi Meera. Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. Before Didi Meera doesn't need any introduction, so I will not waste time on it. But I have one request. Can all of you on your video, today in Baba's Murli, Baba mentioned that you have to open your eyes for your divine eyes to be open. Then only you can experience from Baba. So, but if now you have another eye, which is the camera eye, if it's not open, how can your physical eyes be seen by the speaker? And how can she connect with the soul, your intellect? Okay. Try to have it on, so maybe you could have a different experience. Just like, when Baba comes, we on our video to receive drishti from him. So it's very important for that. We are not listening to any class, but this is like a spiritual interaction. Don't worry, you will not be asked any question. And by the way, if you have any question, please put them in the chat box before we finish the session by 8:30, okay? So the topic for today is my relationship with time. Yeah. And my first question to Sister Meera is that, do we have any karmic accounts with time? Do we create any karmic accounts with time? And also second question is, in Hinduism, Kali is the epitome of goddess of time. So does time give us any blessings? So maybe Sister Meera can take it from there.
Om Shanti. Very good evening to everyone. I would start by saying that nowadays everyone is talking about time flying. On one side, some people think time is flying, and on the other side, some people feel very bored because the time is not passing. What to do, they don't know. So actually, we need to recognize the value of time in the confluence age, especially. Of course, time is life. You need to give so much of value to time as much as you give to your life. Because when the life ceases to exist, time don't remain anymore. So the first step that we need to learn to do is to value the time. Especially for Brahmins, Baba has taught us the value of each second, not each minute. Each second of the confluence age is very valuable. And so it is like you are giving respect to the time. When you understand the value of time and you give the value it deserves, that means you are respecting time. And so definitely time will respect you. It doesn't punish you. Because they always talk about God and time being the best healers. So those of us, from the beginning of our life, if we have always given respect, value for our life, for our time, we don't experience any punishment, but in fact, it is a blessing. But yes, sometimes time also takes revenge on us to teach us the lesson, to make us understand its value. For example, when I want to use a particular power in my life in a particular situation, say tolerance, I order tolerance to come in, but the time wants to take the revenge, punish me in that way by not allowing that power to emerge. Because I have disrespected time, I have not valued time. So maybe you will have the power of tolerance coming after a few minutes or after a few hours. But in the meantime, accident has already happened. Mhm. So this is how you punish yourself, that even though you have right over all powers from Baba, but you are not able to use the powers as right because time interferes and it takes its own account. That is one thing. The second thing is actually, Baba says you need to have a clean and a clear intellect at the time of destruction so that you are able to get the right touching. And so sometimes it could be possible that time can cause deception by not allowing us to have the right touching, because we have not been following Baba's Srimad. We have not been following Baba's Maryadas accurately. So the time makes a note of all these things. So at the time of need, at that time, the touching don't come. So we are deceived, we are punished. And Baba always says, don't make time your teacher. The greatest punishment you get from the time is in the form of repentance. Those Brahmins who make time teacher, they have to pay fees, 50% fees to time in the form of repentance. So regret, repentance is one form of punishment that we receive from the time teacher for disrespecting it. You have to unmute the mic.
Oh, Sister Meera, you were saying that it's very important for us to value time, respect time, otherwise times take revenge on us. So can you share further on how can I have good relationship with time? How do I practice like throughout the day having good relationship with time so that they help me in whatever ways that when I need certain things, that time is always there to help me to deliver the powers or the help.
See, we have a choice. We have a choice to use this treasure of time in different ways. You can use it or you can spend it. You can waste it. Some people even kill it. Kill the time, pass the time, waste the time. If I'm doing all these things with the time, time is not happy. So I am not going to get any benefit. So I should know the art of investing time. That is the best way to please time. To make time happy, you invest time. And those who are fortunate souls, their sign is they always invest time. They don't spend time. Because spending time is expenditure. It is drain on your purse. You don't get back anything in return for what you spend. But whatever you invest, you get interest. And so when I'm able to learn to invest time, I get interest in the form of blessings from others, because many other souls get inspired from me for that investment. And that blessings itself becomes like a lift for me to progress in my life. But then, in order to learn to invest, use it in a worthwhile way, I need to understand the importance of time in my life. Time has three zones, right? Past, present, and future. And so I need to make sure, I use my present time in a worthwhile way. This is why Baba keeps telling us full stop to the past. Even if you have made a mistake in the past, realize and don't make the mistake again. If you are thinking about the mistake you did yesterday, today, you wasted yesterday time and today time also. So I would say that we must remember whatever is the present now, it is going to become the past. And so if I have lived the present to the maximum, when it becomes the past, I don't have any regret. And whatever is the future is going to become the present. And so then I am able to lead my life in a very blissful way. No, this is why the slogan very often Baba gives is learn from the past, correct the present, and brighten your future. This is going to help me to make my time my friend. I must learn to make the time my friend so that I am able to accomplish what I want to accomplish according to the time I have decided for that accomplishment.
So, Didi Meera, you were talking about investing in time. Would you say, like, okay, I am would following Baba's timetable be a way of investing in time? What other ways can I invest in time?
See, when I am investing time means, for example, I am using the time of the confluence age for my self-progress. I do Amrit Vela, I attend Murli, I do traffic control. These are all investment for the self-progress. And also I can invest my time in the service of others in karma yoga. There are 4 types of service we can invest in: service of the self, service of the mind, service of the yajna, and service through knowledge. So whatever we are doing, we are actually investing time. Many souls in Brahmin life, they don't have money to invest. So what they do is they give their time. Like, say, some people may put $100 in Baba's box, but then some people don't have money. They spend 2 hours of service in Baba's home. They earn more than the other one because they do it in Baba's home with that recognition, with that understanding. So it means that I am not wasting. I am not gossiping. I am not backbiting. I am not thinking waste. I am not talking waste about others to another soul. So these are all expenditure. These are all expenditure that makes my account zero. And so I have to make sure at the end of the day, my account of accumulation is greater than expenditure. Expenditure should become zero. So that is why Baba has been inspiring us to have zero waste. That means no expenditure of time. There is only investment. That is why the greatest secret is that in golden age, nobody leave the body before time, because we become the conqueror of time now. We become the conqueror of death. Conqueror of time, conqueror of death in the confluence age makes your life span longer in golden age. And that is why nobody leaves the body until they reach to 150 years. So that is the greatness of the time.
Now, this is very interesting that you mentioned that in golden age, nobody leaves the body before time. So would example like this, like for instance, if a person is sick and then he has to be like bedridden or, and spend his time like that before he finally leaves the body, which means that he has not used, he has not a good relationship with time or used time to the maximum beneficial
No,
in that
no,
way.
that's not right. That is not the way, because we have seen the example of dadis. As souls grow older, there are karmic accounts to be settled, and sometimes some are bedridden until the last moment. It is not the physical position that we need to look at, their state of mind, what they are thinking, where their intellect is being pulled. That is what is going to decide the final destination, isn't it? So that is why Baba keeps on inspiring. Consider every second, every breath, every moment as your final moment, because you never know which will be your last moment. And so I think we have to really respect time a lot if you want to get respect from time at the last moments of life. So you will reach where you have to reach. You will be able to do what you are supposed to do accurately.
Yeah, even like on a mental level, like even like we know the daddies, their bodies are old, but then mentally, spiritually, they are still able to accomplish whatever it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Now coming to just now, you were mentioned about the past and the present. I have this question is, can I create the pace of time within, around me, within me? And how do I experience the different time zone?
No, I just mentioned just now that actually the pace of time is the same. What it was in the golden age, 1 minute is 60 seconds, 60 minutes is 1 hour, it is the same. The time moving in the same speed. Why is that we feel the pace of time has changed from copper age and now moreover in the iron age is because we are becoming body conscious and we are becoming subservient to our thoughts. So my experience is that when you are thinking too much and thinking too fast, the pace of time becomes faster for you. You feel that you don't have any time, oh, time is gone, I don't have time, always late. Because it is not that time is not there, lot of time is there, but I am thinking too fast and too much, so that time contracts. But for someone who thinks slowly and positive, and they are able to accomplish what they want to accomplish, and still they have a lot of time to relax. That's my experience. So the space of the time is connected with the speed of our thinking. That is why in golden age, the pace was normal because souls were not thinking too much and too fast. Slowly, due to body consciousness, Ravan's kingdom, our thoughts went too fast and too fast. And now it is so fast that people feel it is very difficult to control our thoughts. And so they cannot manage their time nor direct their life in the right direction. So I find that we need to, first of all, learn to manage our mind, manage our thoughts. Then we can manage not time, because you cannot manage time, I would say, because time is a fixed deposit. It is that much only, you don't have more or less. What you learn to do when you learn the art of managing your thoughts, you learn to manage your relationship with the time. That is the benefit. That is what I have experienced. When I manage my mind, I am able to manage my relationship with the time, which means I am able to make a plan what I want to do, and I am able to have determination to accomplish the task. So I am committed to that task until it is done. And so mind management and relationship with the time management are connected.
Okay, thank you. Uh, Didi Meera, do you think that generally because in your interaction with, although we are locked down physically, but in your interaction through digital communication, do you think that VKs are using their time in a worthwhile way?
I cannot say yes or no. It's a very difficult question because it is each one's choice. I can only talk about myself
So,
because each one's life is their own. You have to ask each one individually. But I would say that I was stuck in New Delhi in ORC for 6 months, and of course we did not have any personal responsibility of service because we were like guests there. So we were given some kind of service to do classes here and there, and the rest of the time you are free. So what I always like to do is, my slogan is, when you are free, you feel you are very busy, and when you are busy, you see you are very free. In order to do that, what I do is I will give myself a project in the beginning of the year, just one topic that I want to go into the depth. So that is my homework for the year. So every time I have nothing to do, for example, I am physically free, I go back to my project. So I am so busily involved in that project that I don't know how the time passes. And of course, when I am busy, I keep myself free in the sense that I create space in between to observe silence. So that, sometimes we often hear Brahmin's language these days. I am too busy. I am extremely busy, sister. I am very busy. Very often I remember Dadi Janki's words, don't ever say, I am busy, because it turns off people. When Dadi used to hear this word, Dadi will be sitting in her room, and then when somebody comes to meet, we tell them, oh, sorry, Dadi is busy. Dadi will shout from outside, inside, who said Dadi is busy? Dadi is always free. Dadi never liked to hear the word, I am busy, because people can come with some kind of thought in their mind, and if that is not being heard at that time, so it is a kind of unavailability. So we should never feel busy. But one thing I learned from Dadi also is, you must do things quickly. You must do quickly but not rush. So what is the difference between not rushing but doing fast? Because now the Brahmin language has become like that. I am rushing. I am rushing for my appointment. I am rushing for this. I am rushing for that. No, we cannot use that language, rushing. You can do things fast, not rush. What it means, to do fast means thinking, speaking, and doing alike. That is called fast. But many times when we are rushing, we make many accidents. Like many times we forget to take the car key. The car key, we put it in the car and lock it up. And then we are rushing to go somewhere. We can't find the car key. Things like that happens. Or we forget to lock the house door and rush, and then come and see the thief has taken everything from your home. Rushing can create a lot of accidents. So if I want to really create a good relationship with the time, let me do things fast, not slowly, but not rushing. So fast means thinking, speaking, and doing alike. And so what I did during the 6 months, or even after that also in the quarantine, even after quarantine, even also it feels like for me, after my knee operation, still I am in quarantine because I can't do many things physically. So I have a lot of time for myself. I always have a project for myself inside, that what I want to achieve this month or this week, and I focus on that. So my time is being utilized. And at the end of the week, at the end of the day, there is a happiness of achievement. And see, that is why Baba always tells us to make a plan, write a chart, make a plan for your self progress, how you are going to use your time. But of course, as you said, nowadays, because most of the classes are on internet, on Zoom, on YouTube, all the time we are spending only listening. This is my concern. This is what advice I would like to give all brothers and sisters. How many hours you spend during the whole day listening, listening, listening? And how many hours you spend digesting, contemplating, experiencing, becoming embodiment of what you have heard? So keep a balance, because at the end of the day, what remains with us is what I have digested within myself. So some people have asked me, so what can I do? So many, classes comes on this internet. What to do? You choose. You choose what you want to listen and practice. The rest, don't worry about it. So now we have to spend more time in silence. Even this listening is also a kind of subservient to the ears. It's not total conqueror. No, we are enjoying the sound of sensation. We are enjoying the sound. And as long as the sound is on, we are enjoying. After that, we fall asleep. So I would really advise that, in the next year, as the new year is coming, so keep the aim to listen less and speak less and practice more. Murli is important for us, that we cannot miss. Maybe some of the seniors class during the day. So even that also I have a choice what I want to choose. But my aim should be to put into practice. Otherwise, the words don't have any power.
So we are spending too much time listening, but we should make it more interactive, right? So I would suggest that,
Not interactive. What I mean, I'm not talking about interaction.
But I'm talking about,
spending time in solitude.
Yeah.
Because one is isolation, the other is solitude. We are very good in interacting also. What is lacking in us is we can't sit in silence for 1 hour, totally lost in the love of Baba. And we all have heard the definition of karmatit stage, what it means. It all boils down to that point, lost in Baba's love. As a point of light, lost in Baba's love. So let me teach myself more, going into subtleties of knowledge. Subtleties means to movie, signals, silence, and then we go to sweet silence.
At this moment, actually, I'm talking about interaction is like, if we have the camera on, at least there is the interaction through the drishti while listening, and not just listening in that way.
Yeah, that is correct. That is nice. Actually, I always request people, when we are on the internet, it's good to have the camera on. So we are knowing that we are talking to people, not just the closed cameras.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And that you're not giving drishti to a blank screen, you see.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. I would like to request at this point that if any of you have any question, can you put it in the chat box So my next question to Sister Meera is, there are some people who actually goes through, like, for some it is like a very fortunate thing of this lockdown because they have more time for spiritual effort. And for others, actually, those who are working, they actually have to spend more time in carrying out their livelihood duty. So are they losing out during this time? Or is there any other way that they can help themselves to increase in their
Actually,
spirituality?
nobody is losing anything. In fact, I have spoken to people who work from home. Actually, they are more relaxed, because before they were getting ready early morning, driving on the road, getting caught up in the traffic, and then coming late. Now they can plan their day as per according to their wish, and they can have their breakfast with the family, they can have chat with the family, they can be together in the evenings. I think a lot of advantages, but it's up to each individual. If you really don't plan your day properly, what you need to achieve, even if you are working from home, no, there is a limited time, no. So in that I finish the work. So I have the vibrations of the family. It creates a kind of love and affection between each other, even though you may be doing locking job, but the children feel that daddy is at home, mommy is at home. If there is something to ask, we can go to them, not like waiting until the evening comes when they come home to talk to them. And the parents also feel that when the children are around, they can just say hello to them now and then, have a chat with them. It creates a kind of love and affection, actually.
Sister Meera, during this time of pandemic, where a lot of digital medias are being used in that sense, do you think that, what are the challenges that we face during this time, or obstacles or attractions? You know,
No, of course, if you look into the digital world today, there are good things and there are bad things. There are programs that can uplift you, there are programs that can degrade you. So again, I think I would say it is your individual choice. When you open your computer, what kind of program you want to see. Just like newspaper, when you take the newspaper, you will go to the column you like the most. Some like sports, some like cinema, some like the stars horoscope. Some things, whatever they like, they will go pick the first thing in the newspaper. So same thing happens with the digital world also. As soon as you open, you will go to that which you like very much. So if I'm spiritually oriented, I will select those kind of programs that could uplift me, and I don't even look at the others. Shivani Ben was once suggesting that if there is anything that is not connected with spirituality, don't even see, just delete it. Because after you see, if you delete, again, your time is wasted. You are wasting your time thinking what you have read. So when it is not concerned with me, why should I read? I just delete without reading. So you choose. That is why the 5 things I like very much what Shivani Ben said. For self progress, keep attention to what you feed, your consumption, to your emotional health, to keep yourself emotionally healthy. First thing, what you see with these eyes. Second thing, what you hear with these ears. Third, what you talk with this mouth. And fourth, what you do with your hands. And then what you actually exchange with each other, what you eat. She was emphasizing a lot on eating. So what you think, what you see, what you hear, what you speak, what you eat, it all this counts to make your consumption, whether when it is fed to the mind, your emotional health will be based on that. So in any day, your state of mind is not so good. It is in upheaval. You check these 5 things. What did I think today? So I must have thought about some non-vegetarian food, which means parachintan, unnecessary thought about others. So that has influenced my mind. So, or I must have seen the defect of someone, or I must have heard the defect of someone. So all these influences our mind consumption. And so when we want to sit in meditation, all these influences, so this is why I have to practice, first of all, to master my mind. So you become the director of your life by managing time, your relationship with the time.
This is actually very good, where you were sharing about to be emotionally healthy. Yeah, check what you think, what you see, what you hear, what you talk, what you do, and what you exchange, and also what you eat.
What you eat.
Yeah. It's a very good point for us for our checklist. Yeah. Mr. Meera, based on your knowledge and your experiences and the happening around, do you have any foresight of the future to come? Say like next year. Where are we heading?
I think Baba says, today only we heard, children should be aware of the time anything can happen suddenly. So we cannot predict something is going to happen. If it was predictable, God has already told us about it. Anyway, Baba has said examination has to happen suddenly only. So that is why this evening only we heard Baba's version, Baba saying, children are making effort. They are not careless, but they are little bit careless in some aspect. So Baba was underlining, not to be careless. So we shouldn't imagine, we shouldn't do our manmat thinking this is going to happen, that is going to happen. We have to wait and see. I always believe that we should move with the pace of the drama. Baba and drama are the two rails. If we can move along the two rails of the drama, so whatever scene comes in front of us, we can face them without any fear because Baba is with us. So I will not predict anything. I will only wish for the best to happen to everyone, but at the same time warning that we should be prepared for the worst. Not saying that, oh, Baba did not help me. Of course, Baba's way of helping children in different ways, we don't sometimes understand. The other day I was sharing with someone, see, there are 3 plans: my plan, God's plan, and drama plan. And so I can plan something. And of course, I take direction also, do it according to direction. But at the last moment, drama plan changes. And when drama plan changes the whole program, then you understand the significance, why that happens. And so this is why we should remember the slogan that, prepare for the worst, but expect, hope for the best. And of course, we understand if I have good karma, in my credit, it will take me to those places where I will be secure. Each one's karma is going to bring fruit for them. So don't imagine, don't share with others some unnecessary, imaginary forecast. No, destruction will happen on this day, Krishna will be born on that day. All these things Baba has not explained. So if anybody asks you, you say Baba has not explained all these things. When Baba will reveal, we will reveal to you. So just practice what Baba has said up to now, and that's enough.
Okay, I am not getting any questions from anyone. Has any question? Can you please put on the chat box? So for the time being, maybe Meera, you were talking about, you know, the two rays that we have to pay attention to is Baba and drama. Now we are talking about relationship, having good relationship with time. Can you share a little bit about how to have good relationship with drama?
See, it is drama and time are not separate. Drama is made up of three aspects of time: past, present, and future. And so when I have good relationship with the time, I automatically have good relationship with drama. And when I have good relationship with drama, the proof is that I am able to apply full stop. No more question mark after that. So I won't waste my time because I have good relationship with the time teacher.
So good relationship with time means having good relationship with drama, and then I'm able to put a full stop. Yeah. So this
And also in this Brahmin life, we must learn to move on the two rails, Baba and drama. Sometimes we don't have remembrance of Baba because we are not firm on drama. If I am firm on drama, I definitely be able to have stability in my remembrance. So remembrance is disturbed because I have not understood or I have not accepted drama 100%.
One question came out is that how to be Karan Karavanhar among so many good classes?
So many?
So many classes. How to be Karan Karavanhar among so many good classes? I think
So
maybe,
actually the question doesn't have any connection,
yeah.
but I can explain how to be Karan Karavanhar in two ways to attain Karmati stage. One is Karan Karavanhar, my sense organs are Karanhar and soul is Karavanhar. I am the one who does the actions and I am getting it done through the sense organs. So if you can maintain this awareness, I am Karavanhar and I am also Karanhar, so then you will not be subservient to any of the sense organs. You will be the master. You will be the conqueror of sense organs. That is one way of practicing Karan Karavanhar. And the second way of practicing Karan Karavanhar is before doing any service, I invoke Baba and say, Baba, you are Karan Karavanhar. You are the one who is doing and you are the one who is getting it done. I am only an instrument. I am only a trustee. So I start off with this awareness, and in between the action, I must check myself. Do I maintain the Karan Karavanhar consciousness throughout or not? And at the end again, because many times, even in this Karan Karavanhar consciousness, selfishness creep in. And so when we do service after service, we don't get the return. We get, disturbed. We get upset. So I need to check if Baba is doing and getting it done. At the end of the day, I don't have any complaints about anyone. I don't have any complaints about anything in my burden in my head because I never did anything. Baba did everything. I feel the lightness. Trustee.
Sister Meera, you were talking about being Karan Karavanhar when we are doing service. Can I apply Baba as Karan Karavanhar in every action I do?
Means, of course, whatever.
Even for my livelihood or even for
No,
spiritual.
that is one way. That is one way of doing it to make sure that I am the master of the sense organs in my Laukik job, in my Laukik mundane activities. I can use the word Karan Karavanhar there in that way. But when I am particularly for Baba service as an instrument, I'm giving lecture, I'm giving course, I'm reading Murli, I'm doing any kind of service. So at that time, Baba says instrument consciousness is necessary. So I bring that awareness. Baba is the one who is doing it, I'm instrument. So after that, I check myself. So was there any kind of disheartenment? Was there any kind of ego when I heard the praise? Was there any kind of hurt when somebody insulted me? So then I can know that my stage was on that level or not.
Okay. I have one question here. Does time means one's speed of thoughts decide the speed of action?
No,
Does
time is not going to decide the speed of action. Actually, time is a commodity. It is fixed, you know. Like for example, now say it is going to be 8:30, right? So it will strike 8:30 only when the needle comes to that place. It's fixed. It cannot be before or after. And so when I understand the time movement, on one side, we say time is flying. But on the other side, Baba says drama moves like a louse. Louse means so slowly. Even if you want something to happen, that's supposed to happen at 9 o'clock, now it will not happen. You have to wait. And so this time actually teaches us a lot of patience. So that is why we must remember this beautiful slogan: every tree bears fruit at its own season, and every fruit ripens at its own hour. You have to wait for that hour for the mango to ripe. But if you are in a hurry to eat the mango, you eat raw mango, which is sour in taste, and you get stomachache. And even some people who are really crazy to eat, they put the mango in the rice tin, artificially ripen them and eat. So that means they can't wait. So everything happens at its own time. So that is why it is said God and time are the best healers. Until God comes, no transformation can happen. Until the time comes, nothing can be healed. And so I have to have patience with the time, and I have to have patience with the drama.
maybe this is the last question. What kind words can slow down rushing people? They always say no parking, no time, etc.
No?
No parking, no time, etc. What kind words can slow down rushing people? They always say no parking, no time, etc.
Actually, they have to teach themselves, first of all, to think slowly, you know, think less. So this is what I would like to advise. Today, you may be thinking 2 thoughts per 1 second, which means 120 thoughts for 1 minute. So if that is the speed of your thoughts, what will be your words you can expect? So what you need to change is at least change your pace of thinking from 2 thoughts per second. So in 1 minute, your thoughts will be only how many? If it is 120 thoughts per 1 minute, if you think 2 thoughts, it will be only 60, half. So that means you have reduced so much the power of thought, and that power of thoughts goes into your words. And then your words will become versions, not words. So we should have the aim to speak words not as ordinary words, as versions. So that is why we are always told, think before you speak. Think before you act. Because once you have spoken, the words cannot come back. So that is the aim we should have, so that the words spoken becomes like a blessing for each and every soul who comes in contact with us.
So thank you, Sister Meera, for sharing this invaluable knowledge with us. So maybe we can, well, now we can have the meditation, and I would like to request once again for all of you to have your camera on so that you can take Drishti directly from her. Yeah? Because it's like then only the speaker can actually reach to, because this is a interaction between soul to soul, so that speaker are not just speaking for you to listen, but to touch your soul. Yeah.
So before I take you into the journey, I just wanted to share with you the value of time of 1 year. If you want to ask what is the value of 1 year, you can ask a student who failed in the exam. If you want to know the value of 1 month, you can ask a mother who gave birth to a premature baby. If you want to know the value of 1 week, you can ask the weekly newspaper editor. If you want to know the value of 1 hour, you can ask the person who missed the train. If you want to know the value of 1 second, you can ask a driver who avoided an accident. And if you want to know the value of 1/100th of a second, whom should you ask? The one who won the golden trophy in the Olympic. So that much makes a difference. 1 second, 1/100th of a second can make a difference. So count the second that you use. It should be used in a worthwhile way. It should become a memorial, because once I leave this body, the time becomes eternal for me. In subtle region, no time. It's always light. In soul world, it's always bright. It's only in this world, day and night. So once I go beyond the consciousness of the body, I have gone beyond time. So I'm timeless. So when I come into time, let me really respect time so that time can cooperate with me to conquer death, so that in the future, I enjoy my life of immortality. Okay? So let us sit relaxed. Keep your eyes open. Sit still. For this time, let me detach myself from everything external surrounding me. I turn my mind within. I become aware of myself as a sparkling star radiating light. In this awareness, I continue to absorb my thoughts moving on the screen of my mind, and let the time pass. In this soul consciousness, as I keep absorbing and observing the thoughts on the screen of my mind, I see the speed of thoughts slowing down. becoming more positive. I choose a few positive thoughts to introduce to my intellect. I am light. I am peace. I am love. I am filled with the power. As I focus my energy from within towards this being of light, I journey inwards. I touch the core of this being of light, and I begin to experience vibrations of peace, vibrations of love, vibrations of happiness showering on me. I, the being of light, in this soul conscious stage, I'm connected to the source, the supreme light. I am in my soul world with Baba, receiving beams of light, rays of peace, waves of love and happiness. I am totally embraced in Baba's arms with these vibrations and feelings. In this experience, I am beyond the awareness of the body, beyond my name, beyond just the light, light upon light in silence. This deep, silent vibration reaches to my subconscious mind, bringing out the original, eternal quality of the soul. I see myself in my eternal form as a pure soul, Sato Pradhan soul, perfect soul like Baba in the soul world. I stay with Baba in this sweet silence home, enjoying Baba's love and light. I am so filled and empowered with God's light. Slowly, I return from the incorporeal world to this world of matter to play my part. I will always remember this journey to my eternal home, to be with my eternal Father in my eternal home. Om Shanti. 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 Thank you.
पल पल बहती कल कल करती समय की नदियाँ गाए पल पल बहती कल कल करती समय की नदियाँ गाए पल पल बहती कल कल करती समय की नदियाँ गाए सच्ची कमाई कर लो भाई जीवन बीता जाए सच्ची कमाई कर लो भाई जीवन बीता जाए ये घड़ी लौट ना आए पल पल बहती कल कल करती समय की नदियाँ गाए ये घड़ी लौट ना आए जीवन प्रभु उपहार है इसका मोल हजार है जीवन प्रभु उपहार है इसका मोल हजार है टिक टिक करती समय की सुइयां कहती बारंबार है टिक टिक करती समय की सुइयां कहती बारंबार है दिल की दुआएं सब पे लुटाए अंत यही काम आए ये घड़ी लौट ना आए पल पल बहती कल कल करती समय की नदियाँ गाए ये घड़ी लौट ना आए समय सांस संकल्प खजाना व्यर्थ न इन्हें गवाना है समय सांस संकल्प खजाना व्यर्थ न इन्हें गवाना है प्रभु याद और सेवा से पल पल को सफल बनाना है प्रभु याद और सेवा से पल पल को सफल बनाना है बिंदु बनो करो याद बिंदु को बिंदु समय बचाए ये घड़ी लौट ना आए पल पल बहती कल कल करती समय की नदियाँ गाए ये घड़ी लौट ना आए
Om Shanti. Good night to everyone. Thank you, Kim Ben.